Hello and welcome back to Phone a Friend News
With the Ambassadors of Gaming.
with the ambassadors of gaming.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm one of your two hosts, Ambassador Chris,
And I'm Ambassador Michael. Hello.
and we have news about stuff
Indeed, we do. Most of
as
it's
per the
GDC.
weekly chatter.
This week's GDC news for the most part, because that's happening right now, so a lot of the stuff is coming from there. First thing
And finally,
is...
something that's not about the Switch.
That's true.
I
There's
don't
only
think we have anything about this. We only have one thing on the Switch, and it's like a side note.
Two things, and they're both side notes. They're like involved with another story. It's not about the Switch itself.
Yeah.
So the first thing up is Xbox. They announced a new program called Xbox Live Creators, and with the Creators program, I'm just gonna quote them because there's a lot of information. I'll fuck it up. With the Creators program, anyone can integrate Xbox Live sign-in, presence, and social features into their UWP games, Universal Window Program. Then publish a game to Xbox One and Windows 10. This means their title can see exposure to every Xbox One owner across the Xbox One family of devices, including Project Scorpio this holiday, as well as hundreds of millions of Windows 10 PCs, and millions of folks using the Xbox app on mobile platforms. And you don't need a developer kit to access this, you can just do it straight off the Xbox. So that's good for developers. I think it provides Unity, it works with, and two or three other engines, but I can't remember their names because they're not like the staple ones we see. So it's cool for developers. It's pretty cool for us to see what they'll do with it. So we'll see where that goes. Still at GDC, Gearbox finally showed off some new stuff. If you know Gearbox, you know they normally do Borderlands. They haven't done a Borderlands game since the pre-sequel. Or no, since 2. The pre-sequel was outed to 2K Australia. But anyways, they showed off some new tech demo stuff. They're using Unreal Engine 4 now instead of whatever they were using. And they were showing off some Borderlands assets using Unreal Engine. And
But they're tech demos.
Yeah, they're just tech demos. They want to specifically say none of this stuff will be in the game per se. We don't know. And so regarding Borderlands 3,
with Unreal Engine.
pretty much they're working on it, getting used to it. And but he said regarding Borderlands 3, Randy Pitchford, their CEO, head developer, I'm unsure which one he is, that they're working on it and quote will get you soon. So he also said that he didn't believe that the Borderlands 3 would be coming to the Switch, and quote,
he got a quote from him.
Yeah. He said, we were talking to Nintendo, but that stopped for some reason. They had other priorities, end quote. So,
I mean,
probably whatever.
The Switch is still, it's not even released yet.
Sure.
Tomorrow. Well, tomorrow at midnight.
That, and you know how Nintendo is about M-rated games? Like, especially games involving a lot of blood. Like, they're not...
Have you seen The Binding of Isaac?
Partial. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't want that. They wouldn't let The Binding of Isaac on Nintendo platforms for like 2 years.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is now that the Switch, they're trying to direct this a little bit towards older people as opposed to just like
families
the
and
people
children
that like their Nintendo games. So,
yeah.
And personally, there are some games like Borderlands that I would actually really enjoy playing mobilely. Like,
I like playing. Borderlands 2 runs on the Vita and it's fucking awesome. Like, I mean, it's a little framey, but like it's fucking awesome to be able to play that kind of game on the go. So
exactly.
I wish they would work it out.
Okay. No more Switch stuff. I mean, we have more Switch stuff, but like one more side note. We've been making the past like 3 episodes about the Switch.
That's because that's mostly what there is to talk about. It's coming out in a week or two, so.
What do you mean it's coming out in
a
week or two?
It was coming out in a week or two when we were doing it.
It's coming out tomorrow at midnight.
Well, yeah, but
you're coming up tomorrow.
They were dominating the press for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'll show you dominating the press.
I'm not even gonna make a joke there. It's your turn. It's your turn. Talk about Ubisoft.
I don't want to talk about Ubisoft. Ubisoft will be creating an Avatar game.
Joyous. The reason I put this in here is because it's like, whatever, they're creating an Avatar game. But,
so if you really like the movie with the blue people, you're in luck.
Yeah, if you like the blue version of Pocahontas, you'll like it. anyways, the reason this is any of significance outside of they announced the game is that they're taking massive entertainment off of the Division to make this game. So I'm unsure why they're doing that, because the Division did pretty well. Like, commercially, it didn't do well, critically, because it didn't fucking work half the time. But,
Don't I know it, dude. I tried to get on. I would be lucky if I could even get online.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of people. I see it all the time. So, it is what it is. Also, I was reading through the whole press release, and they have 4 more sequels to Avatar. Why are there 4 sequels to Avatar? Who knows? Seems like a good idea, apparently. I don't fucking know.
Also, I hope you folks enjoy the background. My girlfriend is playing Bayonetta.
You're gonna get us fucking copyright strikes by Nintendo. Nintendo a dick about that sort of things.
You can only see half of it.
They'll content ID it. They don't give a fuck. Nintendo don't care.
We're not making money off of this.
No, but Nintendo would like to. They can have all 3 cents we'll make. If we were to put ads on this.
Just move on.
Yeah. Anyways, last piece of major news is Microsoft related, Xbox related again. This one's actually pretty big news. They announced a Game Pass. So I'm going to read the press release, and then I'm going to read a quote from GameSpot describing it. So Microsoft has announced the Xbox Game Pass, a service that offers unlimited access to over 100 great Xbox One and 360 titles as a part of a monthly subscription of $9.99 or £7.99 per month. This service is expected to launch in late spring of 2017 and will be available for Xbox One. Now, the Xbox One and PC logos appear on the Xbox Pass description page because you can redeem the codes and you can pay for the subscriptions on your console, the website, or your PC. But the Pass only lets you download games to your Xbox and only to the Xbox One. It doesn't work for 360s, even though 360 games are included in the Pass. So this is actually a really fucking cool idea. I like this a lot. I'm not going to use it because I have too many fucking games to play to begin with, but it's a good idea for the people that only buy 2 or 3 games a year,
Yeah. It's like GameFly, kind of. It just makes me think of GameFly.
Yeah, that's true.
But with specifically Xbox titles.
Yeah. And the reason this is easier for them to do, it's also not like PSN or PlayStation Now. It's not a streaming service. You actually, when you pay for the subscription, there's a list of games. You can just download them to your hard drive, and then once they come out of rotation, they replace it with something else. But when it comes out of rotation, you won't be able to use it anymore. It's kind of like if you were to get a games with gold and then your gold ends.
So it's like what Switch is doing with these new games. Once they're
they're still downloaded to your system, but you can't use them. So
it's great. I've been looking for things just to take up my memory. This is great. This is what I've been looking for.
It's not
all
so
that extra
bad
memory
with...
card space and extra hard drive space.
Yeah, but the Xbox One supports external hard drives, so
I know
you can just put them on an external hard drive.
What better use for that hard drive than for just holding things that you can't even use?
Well, I mean, you just delete them once they come off the list.
No, I'm serious. I'm taking this way too long. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm taking this on for way too long. All right.
Anyways, this is just kind of a kick to the dick to Sony for PlayStation Now. Because PlayStation Now is it's a good idea, but it's just
it's a kick to the dick. That's the best.
It's nothing special. This is way better of an idea. So, good job, Microsoft. You did something good. Do you want to run through Flash News, or you want me to do it? I don't care.
No. Okay. So this is kind of interesting. The Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which is supposedly what I've been reading from online, is actually incredibly well designed for the price you get for it.
I heard it's really good.
For we people throw pro into a name, and they're like, oh, this is only for the super gamers and for this and that, but supposedly for $70 for a controller, like $10 more than just your basic PlayStation or Xbox controller, it's actually really well designed. What I've been hearing. But it's on PC.
Yeah, but you have to do it using Bluetooth, and for some reason you can't charge it and use it at the same time, which is kind of weird and annoying, but whatever. You know, it's
That's
just probably the
interesting.
way it's built. So, whatever. Um, EA's executive of chief competition officer. I couldn't figure out how to pronounce competition for a second. Sorry. He's left EA and he will become the CEO of Liverpool Football Club. So
What is that? What are sports? I'm a gamer. I don't know what those are.
it's from what I can grasp and understand because I don't watch soccer. We call it soccer. It's football everywhere else. I know.
Why'd you say it like that? Why'd you go
Because
football?
because they call it football. They don't call it just football. It's specifically from when I took Spanish. They used to make fun of us if we didn't say football. You can't say football in Spanish. You gotta say football for some reason. I don't know. My Spanish teachers were
Oh my
mean.
goodness.
Don't
Just
judge me.
continue.
um. Anyways, yeah, he's gonna go be the CEO of a football football organization, which is just a weird leap. I was looking into like because they had a bunch of background stuff for him. I guess he has a bunch of business degrees, so it doesn't really matter to
Football.
him where he goes. So I'm interested to see who they replace him with. I guess because he's one of the only people I ever really like heard about from EA. Their CEO Peter Moore, and then there was another guy at EA. I don't remember his name right now though. So, but last piece of news is about Shadow of Mordor, which is actually interesting because, from what I understand, WB is having a huge press conference release on
Whoa,
the
whoa, whoa.
8th.
Who?
Warner Brothers. WB.
For some reason, I was thinking about the really old channel before its name changed to the CW.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. And I was like, WB. Hey,
Well, fun
channel, that's better.
fact that Warner Brothers does own CW.
I know.
So,
They just changed the name of the channel.
yeah. But anyways, Shadow of Mordor leaked. The sequel to it, Shadow of War, leaked a couple days ago on Target's website. Like Target just put the ad up for it, just threw it up there. They're like, oh yeah, here you go, you can pre-order it now. And Warner Brothers was like, fuck. All right, fine. So the next day they were like,
There's just like, damn it.
you know, there was one guy at Warner Brothers going, God damn it, every time, man. You know. So anyways, they released a trailer for that. It looks cool. If you like Shadow of Mordor, I'm sure you'll like it. It's pretty much a direct sequel to it. So, the PS4, Xbox, PC. So they're skipping out last gen. Makes sense because last gen, I guess, there's two different. Shadow of Mordor had a big difference in the current gen and last gen versions. There was a whole different like system to it on the current gen.
Yeah.
So now you'll just not have to worry about that shit anymore. And then it comes out in America on the 22nd of August and the 25th of August in Europe. And then there's no confirmed Australian release date. So, but anyways, what I was saying about the press release real quick, and then we can get off and we'll go probably because there's no more news. WB is supposed to have this big press conference release on the 8th, and that's where they're supposed to announce Arkham Insurgents and some other projects they were working on. Which, to be fair, it's the first. So, I mean, the leak came out a couple days ago, so, I mean, they didn't have to wait that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it came out a little bit early, but I'm excited to see what they announce. Because WB usually has some interesting games. Because they own weird properties like Lord of the Rings and Batman and shit, so we'll see what happens.
Batman.
But that's it. That's all we got for you today.
Just a heads up. As I'll do our normal outro, try and check us out at least once a week. That's when we try and do this. We usually record this on Wednesday and then try and have it up by Thursday. But tomorrow we are going to a midnight release for the Nintendo Switch. And we plan to, as soon as we get the Switch, we're probably going to put an unboxing video up. We'll probably put up a video talking about the UI. And who knows, maybe as we go along, we'll even talk about some Zelda stuff or do a little bit of gameplay or at least discussion of gameplay. But for now, you should definitely look forward to, we will have our unboxing video up, and I will have information about everything that needs to be known.
Yeah, that should go up. That'll probably go up around 3 or 4 in the morning on Friday, so it'll probably be up before most of you are even up.
Dude, I've been looking at the tech specs for that, and there's just some really weird stuff that I'll discuss with you later.
Oh, for the Switch?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Alrighty. Well,
But,
we're gonna get out of here.
yep, I'm Ambassador Chris,
And I'm Ambassador Michael.
and we'll see you next time, okay?
Goodbye.